Ian Porter of Circle Green. Ian, what are the biggest challenges facing organisations at this moment in time with regard to energy management?
Energy management. Well, let me start by answering your question with a question, if I may. So, what is energy management? You know, is it utilities procurement? Is it capital projects? Is it energy efficiency? Is it renewables? Energy management is such a vast subject, and fundamentally, it's all of those things. So, you know, how do we manage all that when organisations have one person? It's highly complex. And it just goes on and on. So they don't have the skills and in-house resource to deliver what they need to deliver. So you could say there's a shortage of that, and they need help. The other thing that we find is there's access to money is just not there. It's not freely available, and the boards are a little bit reluctant because they see energy as a cost to the business and don't look at the longer term opportunities.
And I'm guessing that's where Circle Green comes in. So tell me a little bit more about Circle Green.
Well, Circle Green kind of removed the burden of the external consultants, if you like, because we are a truly managed service business. So organisations, when the energy manager is in place, they have to engage with so many people to do everything that's required around the spectrum of energy. It's nigh on impossible. So we just plug the gaps, because we find energy managers are constantly trying to put square pegs in round holes. So we're just, you know, building the right shape for them and strategically delivering that.
So, if you were looking at the ideal energy management strategy, where would it start and where would it finish?
Well, I mean, it's important to understand that I think that really and truly people need to start thinking a bit more strategically when it comes to energy management. And I think there's this temptation to look at shorter term projects with the quick paybacks, and they're forgetting about all the stuff that's important, the grassroots of the problem. But also I think that organisations need to start thinking a bit more commercially, a bit more laterally about this, because if we used energy as an engine to increase profitability, surely that's worth doing. And I'm going to throw an example at you, okay? So you're a business and you spend £20 million a year on energy. We come in and with some strategic planning, we get to a point where we can understand that we can save you, let's say 10%, for example. Right, so that's great. £2 million as energy savings. That is not now energy savings, that is increased profitability. That's increased profits. And if you extrapolate that up and see what that does to the rest of the shareholders, then you're in a position where if you look at a 10 times accumulator, you've just increased the business valuation by £20 million just through energy efficiency. That's great, right? So, but in terms of what good looks like, in terms of strategic energy management, everything needs to start with a process-driven methodology. You need to have a strategy in place, but more importantly, you need to understand where you are today before you start managing things in the right way. So you've got to almost take a step back from the capital projects that you're carrying out and think about, do I understand my estate? You know, would I start a business without knowing what I'm selling? No, I wouldn't. Do I run a business without a business plan? No, I don't. So energy management fundamentally is a function that is no different to that.
So I'm guessing therefore that Circle Green, you will help look at that strategy, that picture. And then as you were saying, plug the gaps. Is there anything else that you do in there?
Yeah, absolutely. So I mean, Circle Green as a business, let me just first say what we're not before I talk about what we are. So what we're not is your typical run-of-the-mill consultancy that's come from a carbon compliance background maybe, or a utilities procurement background. We are a strategic, process-driven energy management company that provide our services as a managed service, truly managed service. So in other words, we can either become the energy manager for an organisation if they don't have one in place. If they do have one in place and they've got the appetite for this, we could choupy that energy manager into our business and then provide him back in as an outsourced offering with all the stuff that we do at the background as a managed service. Or we can support the energy manager. So, like I said earlier, they've got gaps to fill. We do a gap analysis and identify the risks and opportunities, then strategically formulate a plan of how we work collaboratively with that business over a period of time, maybe 1, 2 or 3 years, maybe 5 years, who knows.
What else can you tell me about Circle Green?
Well, I guess that I think that we're fairly unique in this space. I'm sure there's a lot of people that say that, but when you think that we're not consultants, we're a managed services business. Another side of our business, our director of quality is our non-exec chairman. We embed ISO standardisation into everything we do. Now, I don't know if you know this, Brian, but the ISO standardisation organisation, they have 200 standards dedicated to energy efficiency alone. Right, I mean that's bonkers, because you come to events and shows and they talk about 50,001 as if that's the only thing that ISO do. So it's quite testament to the fact that they know what they're talking about and they take energy very seriously. But when we embed our strategy, which is a strategy, we've got the energy circle, which is our process, a high level visual of what best practice looks like with energy management, with layers of components underneath it. But it's delivered with ISO 9001 for quality. We have embedded management systems within our processes. So 9001 for quality. We have 11001 for collaborative working, so the client can be rest assured that we're delivering excellence. So we match what they do, we adhere to their values, and we deliver this under a managed service with brilliance. And actually, energy is not their core business, is it? Right? So what we do is remove burdens and provide a managed service. So we're the experts in energy. We deliver the service and allow our customers to just get on and do what they do best, which is their business.
Sounds good to me.
Thanks, Brian.
Circle Green. Thank you.